I can hardly breathe. I can't say
Hey, it's Sebastian from Meltdown, and today I am joined by
Nathan James from Inglorious. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to be chatting to you today. 2022 saw you guys take a break and now return with a fantastic new album, 5. It's released in a matter of days. Are you getting excited?
Yeah, I am. It's quite cool to think that the rest of it's going to be out. We've released 3 songs from it already, so there's another 7 for people to hear, which is exciting. And yeah, it's definitely a bit different to what we've done before. I'm sure people are going to hear that on Friday when it comes out.
It's a belting lineup as well with seasoned musicians and a guy out of Cradle of Filth, which is like, okay, cool, love it.
Yeah.
How exciting then is it to have this lineup?
It's awesome. I can't wait actually for people to see it live come Friday. Our first show is actually the day that the album comes out, which is very scary and exciting. They are sounding unbelievable already. I've seen some videos of rehearsals. I've been away this week, but we've got a rehearsal day on Thursday just before, and then we're going to tech day on the day of the shows. So yeah, we've got plenty of time to get it sounding tight, and that's the joy of always working with great musicians, is that it always sounds great live, you know.
And of course, you got Colin back in the band as well. That must have been amazing for you.
Yeah, it's brilliant. From a songwriting point of view, especially, me and him have always worked well as a songwriting kind of pair, and I think people can hear that from the first singles off this record, that it's kind of back to the kind of feel songwriting-wise from the first couple of albums, which predominantly had the most to do with Colin. He's I think the second after me, he's got the most co-writes in the band because he's so great. Everything he writes is just magical.
Cool. So on release day, where is the release party, and do you plan to live stream it?
No, we won't be live streaming it. The release day show is at Buckley Tivoli, which we love playing. We've been there like 4 times, I think. Love that place. And then we go to Wolverhampton to KK's, which is a great venue, then to Cardiff, then to London, just for this short little run. And then we have a festival next month. We're doing Steelhouse Festival in Wales. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's exciting to put together a set list for the tour, because we've got like 5 original albums now.
Yeah.
We also did the covers album. We've done so much stuff. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's really difficult picking like 15, 16 songs that you're like, okay, this has got to be in. We could have picked any number, really.
Cool. I mean, I've had the album a few days, and Testify, which has already been released, is my favourite track. Which would you, and it is a statement of intent that you guys are back, but they'll all be your babies, but which is your favourite track on the album today and why?
I think my favourite is Stand, which is the single that we most recently put out. It just is really groovy and kind of so different to anything that we've done before. It's using a part of my voice that I haven't really put on a recording before. Can you hear that, by the way?
Yeah. What is that? Is that peacock?
It's a peacock, yeah. And he is so, I don't know if it's like mating season or something,
Yeah.
but he's really loud at the minute, like every day. So sorry about that.
It's cool, man. Where I used to work years ago, we used to have like it was like a country house we used to work at, and we had a pet peacock, and they are so loud, but they're amazing, so friendly.
Yeah, he is amazing, but he is very loud. Yeah, that Stand is probably my favourite. It's just a bit different. It's groovy. It shows a different side to my voice, and it's also got that big chorus thing that me and Colin love writing. We love writing those big kind of anthemic choruses.
So you've told us a little bit about tour and festivals. Are there plans to like get into Europe as well?
Yeah, later in this year, that is going to be the plan, and some more UK would be our dream. So we want to do a longer tour later in the year. Just trying to, I think we want to focus on getting these shows done so that we know what we're doing. Everyone's comfortable, everyone's happy, and we're all making sure that we're enjoying it. You know, so Yeah.
It's
Enjoying,
one noisy dude.
enjoying it as much as him.
One noisy dude. All right, and so the album artwork I'm going to come to next. You should have had a peacock on the album artwork, thinking about it.
No. That's him.
So
His
what
name
about...
is Elton, by the way.
Oh, cool. So cool. All right. So the album artwork then, did you have a lot of involvement with that, or was that AI? What is it?
No, it's me and Colin had a kind of the idea. We sent the album title, etc., to an artist who we've worked with many times before, a guy called Mike Inns, and he came up with this kind of idea of like creationism and a woman's head. Also, the first album, Inglorious 1, had a female figure on it. Album 2 had a female figure on it, and it just kind of seemed right. And then he kept sending us loads of things, and we were tweaking it, and then kind of like the spacey thing. We'd never done anything like that before on a record, and yeah, he just kept tweaking it until me and Colin went, yeah, that's the one. And it's awesome. Also, so cool to see a Sabotage vinyl behind you.
One of my favourite albums, mate. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Are you going to see him?
I will be. This stood the test of time, and I will be. Yeah, I met John many years ago, but it was absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
You won't go there.
Me and a couple of friends are going to Shepherd's Bush this month.
All right, man. So I'm going to just go away from the album for a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the War of the Worlds, Steve Steinman's Vampires, rock symphonic, and your Zeppelin symphonic? Can you tell us a little bit about that, and how different is that from like standing on a stage with a metal crowd in front of you?
It's pretty different. I've done the War of the Worlds now 3 times, which is an honour. It's an honour to be a part of a production that's that big, and also to share the stage with so many greats. You know, like to be in Jeff's production and work with him is just unbelievable. But yeah, I'm kind of, because I was in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra talking about Sabotage, I'm kind of used to that being a part of something. And also even being on TV, right? Being in productions that are big and being a small part of something it's quite nice when in my band I'm always the focus. Mm-hmm. And it's quite nice not having to do any thinking, just to turn up and just sing and go away. Like same with Vampires Rock. Steve asked me if I'd be interested in doing a few dates, so I went and did that tour. I've got some more stuff hopefully coming up that's also in that kind of in that vein of like orchestra stuff. I think that every year I do a gig called 80s Classical in Leeds, which I do with who do I do that with? This year is with Kim Wilde, Peter Cox from Go West, and loads of other people, and we get up and we sing a couple of songs. I do Living on a Prayer or Power of Love or one of those great 80s baggers. This year I think I'm doing Radio Gaga, and to sing those songs with an orchestra is really powerful. So I just kind of like that. I think it's tying in both the worlds that I love, which is like the theatrical side of rock and the kind of like metal side of theatre, I suppose. So that's why something like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sabotage, etc. was a good fit for me, because Paul O'Neill really understood that's what like I loved, and I think he loved that as well. He was all about theatre and metal coming together, and that's kind of where I feel most comfortable, I think.
So cool. So yeah, I mean, Inglorious is like a lot different to say something like Sabotage. Would that be a route you'd like maybe look at going down in the future as a band, as a different band?
I don't know. At the minute, my band projects are Inglorious, and the other one is the iconic band that I'm in with 3 current members of Whitesnake and Michael Sweet. The farewell tour. What that? 2005 or something.
There's been a few, hasn't there? It's a bit like Kiss.
I love it. No, I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think if David announced the tour tomorrow, we'd all still go, right?
Of course we would. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally, man.
can call it whatever he wants. I'll still be there.
Of course.
No, I don't know. I'm concentrating on those 2 band projects at the minute, and my other gigs. I'm doing the 80s classical this year. I'm doing another orchestra gig that I'm about to announce.
Right.
So yeah, I like to have a full diary. I like to be busy. I'm more comfortable on the road than I am at home. So yeah, whatever keeps me out of trouble is good, really. So cool. I won't say no to anything, but I'm concentrating on Iconic and Inglorious at the minute. Amazing.
Hopefully in the future then, you never know. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, about Iconic, because of course you're with Marco Mendoza, who's a cool cat. I love how he talks about cats. He says cool cat all the time. So cool. But no, he's a star, man. And Hoekstra, of course, and Tommy Aldridge and Michael Sweet. So that must be something when you like on stage or working with them, yeah?
I have got a couple of videos. We did a 2-day photo and video shoot in LA, and when I flew out there to do the videos, I totally forgot that Tommy Aldridge was going to be there playing drums, like in a room. Like it was like a really weird thing. Like I've only ever seen him on stage in front of 10,000, in grasp 30,000, 40,000 people. I've got videos on my phone of me like behind the camera filming him, and I'm shaking so much. Like the video is so terrible, but the videos are just amazing. Seeing him, this was like 4 years ago, just dong. Yeah. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to be that close to him while he's doing it. And then like Joel's guitar solo, I went to the back of the stage and like just hung out with him and looked at him, and I was like, this is the other person who gets to do this is my hero, David. So like, it's just, it's amazing. It's an amazing experience and a real honour. And the new album is going to be finished pretty much by the summer, I think.
So, which is your favourite Whitesnake album and Whitesnake song?
It's kind of too difficult. I love all the early stuff. I love the Master stuff. I love all that, but I also love 87's probably my favourite album.
Yeah,
87 because it's everything that I kind of love about rock. And then
it is, isn't it? It's
the other one. I love the Forevermore album. I just think it's brilliant. Doug's playing on it is outrageous, and it just, I don't know. I loved everything about that record. The song actually, Forevermore, is one of my favourite Whitesnake songs of all time.
Cool. Yeah, I still spin 87. Have you met David then?
Yeah, I have met him, and I've got another great video on my phone of I was at the O2 watching them on the final tour, and he said my name from the stage, which was like the coolest thing. He was talking about Dino. I'm friends with Dino Gillisick, and he was saying, Dino, where's your dad? And where's Nathan? Where the fuck's Nathan? And he kept and then he eventually spotted me like, there he is, and he gave me a big wave, and I can't even lie, I started crying. It's just it was the maddest experience, knowing that not only does he know who I am, but he decided to take that time to say hello to me in front of 15,000 fans or something. It's just brilliant. It's such an amazing.
It is amazing, man.
It's amazing. I love it.
That happened to me with Diamond Head. I mean, I know not as big as Whitesnake, but they did the same to me because I interviewed Rasmus and everything. I was talking about they got a song called "Shout at the Devil," and I'm like, "Oh, is that like a cover of Motley Crue, or what inspired that?" And he's like, "I've never heard the Motley Crue song." And I'm like, "Really?" But anyway, but he did that in a full room. He said, "This is for Zeb," and everything. It was just like, it blows your mind, doesn't it? And I mean, you know, you're a rock star and you're out there and you've got adoring fans, but it still blows your mind, man. Do you know what I mean? It's just,
Ryan is another great guy, lovely, great guy, great singer.
Absolutely. We'll do that. We'll go back to Inglorious, your album. Once the album's released, do you have any plans to release any more singles?
Well, this is kind of, I haven't told many people this, but we recorded 15 songs for this album.
Right.
And there are only 10. There are only 10 on the album, and Frontiers can release them whenever they want. So, yeah, that is quite cool to know that there's a good EP there or something that could be released, or a bonus edition. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but there's 5 extra songs there that kind of didn't. They're incredible songs, but we felt like these 10 worked better together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think people agree. It's had so far, the album's had really great reviews, so I'm looking forward to people checking it out on Friday.
But yeah, I want to thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners? Come
see us on tour. It's going to be a good show, celebrating kind of everything we've done to this point. And also, it's going to be cool for people to hear the new lineup. So check it out.
Great. Thank you so much. I think your peacock's got laid because it's gone quiet.